Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Risk here, and yeah, today I'm going to be making a video on Forza Horizon 4, and pretty much what I'm going to be talking about is just this leak that I saw on GT Planet. It was also uploaded by AR12 Gaming, and pretty much what it's about is a new Forza game coming out this year. And obviously, you know, Forza games come out every year, so that is kind of expected, but you know, there was some news a while back that we're actually not going to be getting a Forza Motorsport game this year, which is fine. I'm not really that big of a fan of Motorsport. I'm kind of a person who only plays Horizon, because Motorsport, sure, it's fun a little bit, but it gets kind of boring just going around a track. I like having like an open world and everything. Also, I need to restart that because I'm trying to get first place, so that's not good. But pretty much, instead of a full, you know, Motorsport or Horizon game this year, what it looks like is going to happen is a Forza mobile game. So pretty much, obviously, like I said, this article that I'm kind of reading off of and getting the information from is from GT Planet, and they pretty much said that on one of their blog posts on the Forza website, there was a link that was linking to like an article about some competitive game, and if you hover over the link, I think it's fixed now because I went to go check and it just took me to the normal website, and instead of it saying what the website is, when you hover over the link, or when you hovered over the link, it says, developed in partnership with UK-based Electronic Square, Forza Street is built from the ground up to support a wide range of Windows 10, iOS, and Android devices. And I messed up pretty bad, I gotta rewind there. Yeah, pretty much there in that, it was kind of random, because there was no talk about any type of other Forza game. And obviously it says it's for mobile, so obviously Forza Street is going to be a mobile Forza game. And since there is no motorsport game this year, I'm guessing that's what they're going to be releasing instead. So Electronic Square, they're the people that are making this game. Well, most likely. Obviously, none of this is 100% confirmed, but it was on, you know, an official Forza website and everything. So if I had to guess, it's probably true. But you know, they actually made another game called Miami Street, which, you know, obviously they have similar names, so you can tell, obviously, those are the people who made it. But looking at gameplay of that, it's actually not really that good of a game. And I went to go try to download it because I wanted to see if I could play it and put some gameplay in instead of Horizon 4 gameplay. But it's actually region locked, so you can only play it in, like, certain areas, and for whatever reason the US is not one of them, so I'm not able to download the game and play it, or at least it might be taken down. I'm not sure because they made it 10 months ago, I think. But anyway, pretty much the way the game worked is it automatically steered for you and you just kind of went forward and boosted, and that was it. So I'm kind of hoping that the game doesn't end up like that, because if it does, it would be kind of a bad excuse for a Forza game, you know? Like, I could see that for a mobile game, but if it's being made by Microsoft, even though when it comes to Microsoft and mobile things, they're not really the greatest with, you know, Windows Phone and everything like that. Also, I need to keep restarting this because I have to get first place to get the wheel spin. But when it comes to them, they're not really the greatest at stuff when it comes to mobile. So I'm just hoping that this comes out well, because if they're not going to be releasing a full Forza game and this is what they release, it better be pretty good. And also, it only said it was going to be released for Windows 10, Android, and iOS, but I have a feeling that if it's on the Windows 10 store, most likely it's also going to be on the Xbox store. Obviously there's a chance that it won't be, but guessing. So if they do that, I'm hoping that it's a full-on game and it's not like a crappy mobile game, you know what I mean? Because No Limits, okay, Need for Speed No Limits, if you guys don't know what it is, it's pretty much like this, but it's for Need for Speed. And it's been out for, I think, like 4 years, and actually still pretty good. Or maybe not 4 years, I think it's like 3 or 4. And it's still a pretty fun game. It still gets updated to this day. The way that works, sure, it does have a lot of mobile game things in it, which I don't really like. but it feels like a full-on Need for Speed game. And I'm gonna be comparing it to that a few times in this video, just because that's kind of the closest thing we have to it right now. And there's a couple things that I hope are in it, a couple things that I don't hope are in it, and some things that I think it can do better than Need for Speed No Limits did. But pretty much, yeah, I just hope that one of the main things that they don't do is have it so you have to like wait for your fuel to refill, because that's probably like the most annoying thing in any mobile game. It's not even only in racing games. There's like, you know, games where you need to wait for your energy to refuel and stuff like that. And I just hate the entire, like, mechanic in games, because it gets really annoying when you just want to play the game and you have to wait like 4 hours for it to refill. And that's something that I've never understood. When you make a game, you want people to play it. But when you do stuff like that and you make it so you have to wait for your gas to refill or your energy and stuff like that, then it stops people from playing the game, and then they just go on and play someone else's instead. Sure, I can see like they can put a thing in there, oh, watch an ad to refill it, and then they get paid for that ad revenue. I mean, it is Microsoft, but come on. Another thing that I really hope it has is full-on races, because if you guys have never played No Limits, you know, it doesn't have full races really. It just has these kind of quick little events that you can do, and they're okay if you're just like sitting down and you just need something quick to do. But for me, like if I'm sitting in like a study hall or something like that, for example, I just like want to go on my phone the whole time, it's kind of annoying, you know, doing some 20-second races, doing 10 of them, and then having to wait an hour and a half for my gas to refill. So those kind of go together and make mobile games not really that fun if they do that. But I'm hoping that we at least get you know, events that are a couple minutes long, like Real Racing 3, for example. That game, you know, you have multiple minute-long events, and sure, some people might not be able to do the whole thing in one sitting, depending on like where they're playing it. But I still would just rather have that, or maybe have kind of both. But I'd rather have full, longer events that you can do instead of just only being able to do quick ones. So since it's a mobile game, this is kind of like a small thing that I feel like most people don't really have a problem with, but I hate games that auto-accelerate for you. And from Miami Street, literally the only thing that you could do is accelerate, so hopefully that won't be a problem. I hate games where it doesn't even give you the option to, because I like having a gas pedal that I can press and like release. Like, I hate having to press the brake to slow down. I like just being able to like release the gas and then kind of slowly coast, you know? There's nothing, like in games like Asphalt 9, for example, the only thing you can do is either go forward, which is automatic, or brake. And it kind of makes it a little bit more annoying to play. Also, if it is released on PC, which as it's for Windows 10 too, oh, it's kind of weird having it automatically go forward for you, because, you know, normally you have your up arrow key and stuff like that. Also, I feel like not enough mobile games do this, and I don't really see why. There's a couple that do it, but why don't they have manual transmissions, you know? It might seem kind of stupid if you think about it, but I'm pretty sure, at least on Android, I'm not sure if you can with iOS. I don't know if their like development kit or whatever allows it, but I've seen some things where you know, the up and down volume buttons actually do stuff. And it would be pretty cool if they could set up the up and down volume buttons to shift up and down, you know? Obviously, when you're in the game, you wouldn't be able to turn the volume up and down, which might be a problem. Like, obviously, that would be kind of a problem, but when you turn it on, it should say, like, you won't be able to change the volume with this on. But I just feel like that's something that they should do, because I'm pretty sure that's at least possible on Android. I'm not sure. I've never worked on mobile games, so I don't know what you can and can't do. But either that, or like have little buttons on the screen where you can press like a plus and minus to up and down shift. I think that would be fun, you know? Because there's a couple games that do it. I'm pretty sure, what is it? It's like Gear Club or something like that. I think that's an option on it. I'm not sure. I remember there was one mobile game that I did play where you could do that. I just feel like that would be something cool to add, you know? And it wouldn't be, you wouldn't obviously have to use it. It would be off by default, but just as something there for people who want to use it, it could be there. And also for PC, then you'd be able to use manual on PC, which I'd like to do, because that's what I use, obviously. Yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to make this video kind of talking about this and stuff like that. Let me know what you guys think about it and what you guys want to see in the game. Hopefully it is at least somewhat decent. I doubt it's going to be open world because we don't want another ultimate car driving simulator, but if it's open world, that would be cool, I guess, but that's kind of a little bit too much to ask for a mobile game. Especially when the only other game they've made is completely on rails. You can't even steer, you know. Also, it doesn't seem like it would be a simulation game because streets would imply that it's street racing, and that's not really like what Forza Motorsport is, so it's probably not going to be like real racing or anything like that, which is good because I feel like if you want to play a realistic mobile racing game, you play Real Racing. Or, what's that other one? I don't remember exactly what it is, but Assalto or something like that, which is pretty much just Gran Turismo mobile. But if you want to play a realistic mobile game, you play that. Yeah, anyway, like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys are kind of excited for this to come out, if you think it's a bad idea, if you think it's a good idea, whatever, just let me know, like I said, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.